Man, YouTube was the amateur boys up back with another banger video. In this video, we got news. Errol Spence versus Fundora is not on anymore. Jermell Charlo versus Fundora, maybe. Um, that's yet to be seen though. So I mean, I wanted Errol Spence to get this fight badly because he's been inactive for so long. It's a good payday for him. See that he's still in good spirits. But man, I just hope the best for Errol. But I would love to see Jermell come back as well. So let's see.
Good YouTube, it's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, everybody's asking me my thoughts on an interview that was done by the Boxing Voice. Shouts out to Ness and shouts out to the Boxing Voice. They did an interview in which information was dropped that we know on Monday a purse bid is going to be ordered for Terrence Crawford and Sebastian Fundora for the WBO title. And it's expected that Terrence Crawford could forego it and allow Sebastian Fundora to keep the title because Terrence Crawford got his sights set on Saul Canelo Alvarez, right? And because he got his sights set on Canelo Alvarez at 168, he's not that much interested in Sebastian Fundora in the unification bout. Now, this only makes sense to me if Terrence Crawford already has a Canelo Alvarez plan in place, an agreement in place. Otherwise, this is a legacy fight for Terrence Crawford. It's a unification bout. It's a chance for Terrence Crawford to hold 3 belts at 154 if he's fighting and beat Sebastian Fundora, right? But now it's stated that because Jermell Charlo, the former undisputed junior middleweight champion, is the WBC World Boxing Council champion in recess, and Sebastian Fundora beat Tim Tszyu and became the unified WBC WBO champion for the vacant WBC title. He's stating that Jermell Charlo, who is rumored to come back December 21st, that Jermell Charlo could be facing Sebastian Fundora because he's the WBC champion in recess.
Yeah, I don't know how Jamel's body will react to cutting back down to 54 because he might have the Roy Jones effect. Roy Jones went to heavyweight and tried to cut back down to 68 and he was never the same. Jamel went to 68 and if he tried to cut back down to 54, who knows what it'll look like. I think if he wants to cut down, he should go to 60. He could go to 60 and make big fights, you know? So we have to see.
And not Errol Spence and Sebastian Fundora as it has been expected. It's been expected that we're going to see Errol Spence and Sebastian Fundora. Obviously, clearly, that's the fight they've been setting up. That's no secret. That's no rumor. That's reality, right? We know Errol Spence got in the ring after Sebastian Fundora shocked the world and beat Tim Tszyu. Errol Spence got in the ring, and his Sebastian Fundora's manager, Samson Lukowicz, he stated that the fight they wanted to make was Errol Spence and Fundora at AT&T Dallas Cowboy Stadium in Arlington, Texas, and it would be a big fight, not Terrence Crawford. And Terrence Crawford didn't bring no money to the table. So we know, and Errol Spence got in the ring, and they had a face-off, and they started to build a fight, but then the WBO stated that, listen, we're going to uphold our rules, and if you don't honor that, being Sebastian Fundora, you'll be stripped of the WBO, which a mandatory is Terrence Crawford. And then they cited that they had a broken nose, an injury that, you know, they couldn't proceed with the Terrence Crawford fight. So then it continued to get pushed back. Sebastian Fundora suspended to, I think last week, no, yesterday, September 27th, I believe. And so now it was rumored that Sebastian Fundora and Errol Spence are going to fight the end of January. But now they're saying that Errol Spence is out, according to what this gentleman is stating. He said that Errol Spence is out the picture. He's definitely not going to fight. And now Sebastian Fundora if him and Terrence Crawford don't come to agreement and Terrence Crawford just vacates the entire situation, that Fundora and Jermell Charlo, who is 35 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 19 wins by way of a knockout, who is the undisputed champion, but he moved up. We haven't seen Jermell Charlo since Jermell Charlo fought against Saul Canelo Alvarez in September of 2023, right? So it's well over a year since we've seen Jermell Charlo in the ring. When he lost to Canelo, and he went up in weight to 168 to challenge Canelo, undisputed versus undisputed, and then he got stripped of the WBO, and then he had the layoff, and he came back down and just not active, and he got stripped of all his belts, right? And so now they're saying that Jermell Charlo is back training, back working out, and that he's looking to fight Sebastian Fundora for that WBC title. That's interesting, right? I mean, again, like I said, either which way, I wanted to see Jermell Charlo versus Sebastian Fundora or Jermell Charlo versus Tim Tszyu, right? It didn't matter to me. It didn't make me no difference how it came about. I would like to see both of them, right? So if Terrence Crawford is solely focused on Canelo Alvarez and not unifying the belts, then I love Jermell Charlo versus Sebastian Fundora. I also am eager to see Errol Spence get back in the ring, and Errol Spence recently stated that he could possibly move up to 160 over 154 and fight Erislandy Lara. So is this an indication now? This would make sense to me if this is an indication that he's going to fight Lara at 160 and Jermell Charlo is going to activate and fight Sebastian Fundora. That makes sense if Terrence Crawford is going to foregone, his plans of unifying the belts. And that means to me that Canelo Alvarez must have an agreement, or he must have a soft agreement with them to fight Terrence Crawford. Because why would Terrence Crawford allow this to go past him and this opportunity if he ain't going to get, he don't know if he's still unsure of the Canelo Alvarez situation? That don't make sense. So this is all interesting, but boxing is the Wild Wild West.